Hello, everybody. This is Coach Aaron back at you with another podcast. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about a couple ways to stop caring about what people think. I love this topic. It's something that a lot of people deal with, including myself. I did this all the time. I was always worried about what other people were thinking about me, and now I've kind of gotten to the point where it's like I could really care less. The first kind of method that I learned was to get to know yourself. You know yourself better than anybody else does. That's obvious. So how could you ever let anybody else tell you something about yourself and you find it to be true even though you know it's not true? If somebody, say that you're wearing a blue shirt right now, if somebody comes up to you and tells you that they hate your red shirt, should that offend you? No, because you're not wearing a red shirt. That should not mean anything to you. If somebody told me right now, I'm wearing a gray shirt, if somebody walked up to me and said, your red shirt is ugly, okay, I'm not wearing a red shirt. That doesn't bother me. It's the same thing as if somebody were to come up to me and tell me that I have no idea what I'm talking about or that I'm an idiot. That's okay. You can say that to me. I know that's not true. It's the same concept. I know myself and I know that to not be true. It's like the same thing, right? Because they're saying things to me about myself that aren't true. So how could that bother me? The second way to stop caring is to understand why people form negative opinions in the first place and why they're saying negative things about people. Obviously, it's a mechanism to make themselves feel better. Oftentimes when people are saying negative things and have negative thoughts about other people, it's because they have negative thoughts about themselves. They need to make themselves feel better. Obviously, they're not in a good standing with them themselves. So how could you let somebody that's not confident in themselves tell you anything about yourself either? The third thing is to look at the big picture. So say if somebody tells you that you're not good at basketball, if somebody says those words to you, in the grand scheme of things, how does the world change? It literally doesn't. There's absolutely no change at all. You can go on doing the exact same things. That doesn't take away any ability of yours. If somebody tells you that. It's the old cliche, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. It's literally true. How can somebody saying something about me affect my own ability to do anything? It literally can't, right? They have no control over my life. Nobody has any control over my life but me. Control whatever you can control. Number 4, oftentimes us caring about what people think comes from comparison to others, right? It's so important to focus on yourself and what you are doing. Other people, what they say cannot help you and cannot hurt you if you do not allow it to. It can't help you or hurt you. Oftentimes, we perceive ourselves so much more negatively than we actually are. And then on the opposite side, we perceive other people as perfect when you have no idea what's truly going on with them. Focus on yourself and see how you can improve and see what you're doing well. And finally, you got to stop taking everything so seriously. So many times people think that things are so much worse than they are, and that's kind of human nature, is to see the worst in things because we're naturally made to try to survive. So we see the worst in things so we can prepare for that. But think about the world in even if statements. So even if this doesn't happen, I will still achieve this. Even if this doesn't work out like I had hoped, I'm still in a better place than I was when I started, right? Another kind of cliche put into different terms, if you if you reach for the moon, you'll land among the stars. But it's realistically, it's such a true statement that if I'm working hard, if my goal is to go to the NBA and I don't make it to the NBA, but I make it to a Division I school, I've learned a ton of work ethic. I've made a lot of good memories along the way. I've made a ton of friends. It works out. Everything works out in the end. So this was another Off the Court episode from Coach Aaron. I basically kind of went over how to stop caring about other people's opinions, right? So I encourage you to get to know yourself. Stop taking everything so seriously, and view the big picture. Understand that no matter what anybody says about you at all, it cannot change your ability. So thank you guys for listening. Peace out.